All right, so today's episode is all kind of about like my daily life and like what I'm doing. Today is oh, I don't have autofocus on that. That's just garbage. Look at that vlog just starting so great. But anyway, so like I'm selling a bunch of my old equipment that I don't use anymore. Gaming consoles, mics. I just sold my laptop yesterday. I'm just trying to get a bunch of different. It's a coffee break time already. I'm talking too much. A bunch of my old equipment out of here. So I have a very like short equipment list that's manageable that I can use, and I can get some cash for some things that I don't use anymore. That's kind of the goal of today. So I'm gonna use you guys as like this is what I do, kind of a vlog. I don't know what today is. Gonna be called necessarily, but I'm just gonna set you up on a pillow. You're gonna watch me clean an Xbox for a minute. I should get a towel. Okay, so like let me explain what's going on here. Like I'm like essentially hitting it with a Clorox wipe, right? So it looks kind of shiny. Cause like the main thing that I noticed, look, if you can see the reflection. It's a little scratchy, but you can see the reflection. The main thing that I noticed from selling my laptop was the fact that like I didn't dust it or like air blow it or anything. I did it before the seller came, but I didn't do that when I took the pictures, and it took significantly longer until I ended up taking new pictures after I'd blown it and wiped it down and everything before I even got any responses. And so I went ahead and I took my Xbox, hit it with a couple Clorox wipes, definitely dust out the fans. That's like one of the things that a lot of people, especially on gaming consoles, look for, because if the fan is off, excuse me, I'm talking a lot today. If one of the fans is like clogged or whatever, it's not going to perform as well. It might glitch more often than not. I'm hitting it with a towel after the Clorox wipes to kind of just like make sure it's not smudging and catching any extra air. So yeah, just kind of hitting it with a towel, hoping it works. Most of the air vents were actually kind of clean because I do a lot of maintenance, but like some of them were just disgusting. I mean, look at this one. This one's just kind of, I don't know if you can see it. Let's point you towards the light and then point you down this way. I can't really see what I'm pointing at, but some of this is just garbage, and so we're gonna fix that. So the next part after like the cleaning is done is like setting it up for shots. Look at these flowers got for my girlfriend for Valentine's Day. They're already dying. I bought them literally yesterday and they're already dying. It's okay though, because we did Valentine's Day a day early. I'm recording this on Valentine's Day. You guys probably think I'm a terrible boyfriend. We did Valentine's Day a day early because she works today and she's also doing a lot of filming for class. So next step is always making sure that like the space where you're going to take the pictures is very clean, because if the space where you're taking the pictures isn't, like, it's not going to be fun for you. And so we're going to go and just get as much as we can off this guy. A bunch of drink stains, bunch of water stains from yesterday. By water, I mean alcohol. So I'm going to clean this workspace off. I'm going to show you guys the photos that I took, and then we'll analyze those, and then we'll go into analyzing the prices and how I should set up pricing, advertising, and stuff like that for the shots and for the sale. Okay, so we got 3 pictures here that I'm going to be using for the sale. The first one is just like obviously a showcase of the machine. Just what it is. You want to have as blank of a background as possible. If you have so much going on, so much clutter, people are going to assume either one, that the items included, whether they're like USBs or anything like that, it's going to be included within the device, and the purchase and stuff like that, in which case you could ask for more money, but if they're not, then get them out of there. So I have a basic white background, a 2-light system. The problem with the lights that I'm using is they're not diffused, and so they are a little bit difficult in the fact that they're not, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not showcasing the light very well. In in the scratches and like all the smudges and stuff since I was cleaning and da da da. Like there's just some things that cleaning can't get out, and it's those little rough marks that people will see, and it's one of those things that's not going to hurt necessarily in this specific product. The second picture that I have is as clean of a picture as I could get of all of the accessories, so the controller, the power brick, and the device itself. Again, smudges and marks and stuff like that are going to be showing up on non-diffused light like this. If you have good lighting in your room, which I don't, you're going to want to use just the lighting there. That's probably your best bet. And then the second or the third photo, there it is. Let it load for a second. And the third and final picture is like a proof of life, essentially. Proof that the device works, proof that the device can turn on. Show also that I fully reset the device and none of my stuff is on the device and they're fully free to use it however they please. I'm not like still got an account logged in here just in case so I can steal their games, stuff like that. So it's like a proof of life picture, a basic picture of the iDevice itself, and then a secondary picture of all the accessories and stuff that comes with it. So that's kind of something that you have to remember when developing the listing and how you're selling the product. Okay, so the goal here right now is to essentially show you guys how I delve into the process of like determining price and other things like that. So the first thing that I kind of showcase here is Facebook Marketplace, which is going to be my primary selling place. I use a lot. I sold my laptop on it, and I sold my microphone on it. So what I'm noticing here is like the original Xbox, which is what I'm selling, is going for about $100, and that's what people are seeming to like want to sell it for. See, they got the Xbox One S for like a couple hundred more. The original Xbox One with a bunch of different crap on it. I don't know why they think they're gonna get $175 for that. People don't like you being like on it still. So I went to eBay and checked out some of that too as well. Microsoft itself or one of its refurbishers is selling it for like $150, and that's the 500 gigabyte model, which is the one that I have. A lot of these are the 1 terabyte, and they're asking for like 170, 160. So we can't really sell it for that high because people can get it. Because one of the things is like you don't want somebody to go into your like thing, look somewhere else, and then be able to be like, oh well, they are selling it for this for way cheaper. Amazon is selling it for like $270, so we definitely have that kind of open market. This is the terabyte version, but the hard drive space is not something that should matter. What else should I say? I think so. Like the two places that I check the most for sure are Facebook Marketplace and Xbox One, especially Facebook Marketplace because that's where I'm going to be selling my product. And so I'm going to be checking to see like how many hits they have, how many like views and stuff, how many people are looking at this item, conversations with the people and negotiations and stuff like that, and kind of like working with them to see what they think and what I think and also just different stuff. And then obviously creating the listing, which is what I'm going to do now. Now, finally, obviously selling the product. Category obviously is going to be video games. What am I selling? Now be as descriptive as possible because this is the one thing that they're going to see like right away. So I'm just going to call it Xbox One 500 gigabyte, not percentage gigabyte, 500 gigabyte, not that. And then with controller. So you want to include accessories, like not all of them. So if like you got like cables and stuff like that. So like Xbox One 500 gigabyte should include a power brick. And if it doesn't include a power brick, you need to tell that to them in their description. Price. So like what we've been looking around, it looks like $100 on other places like eBay. It's looking like 150 is okay. Some people are offering games with theirs for only $100. So I'm going to ask for $100, and that's the Xbox console itself and the controller. And I'm going to be able to just throw all of my finals into here. You should be able to rearrange these and stuff as much as possible, but it looks like mine lined up just fine. Description, basic and original Xbox One 500 gigabyte launch console. Can't make sure you don't have any spelling errors. That just makes you look dumb. With controller, and then I put probably beneath it something along the lines of has been completely reset and is ready for a new user. And I can't spell ready, apparently. Okay, so those things are important for one, because like this is what the console is. It's the basic and original Xbox One 500 gigabyte console that came out with launch. The original Xbox One has a controller. I note that I've completely reset it and is ready for a new user. So it's like, hey, this is all ready for you. Come pick it up and we're good to go. The other thing that I wanted to mention is like I made an entire process of this video about cleaning it, right? Making sure that it's like nice and pristine looking. That cannot be mentioned in the listing. That's what I've noticed is like anytime that I've I've cleaned it, I get 600 messages, just like a comment on YouTube. If you fuck up in a YouTube video, you get 600 comments telling you that one little detail that you fucked up. If I put into the listing that I cleaned the console, they're going to look at the scratch marks and say, you could have filled that with putty, you could have repainted it, you could have done this, you could like clean means something different for every single human being in this world. And so always make sure that you know there are some little things that you should just kind of leave out, but like, hey, that should be one of your selling points when the person comes to like pick up the product. Be like, hey, I cleaned it for you. The fans are pretty clean. The vents are pretty clean. All the ports and stuff are very clean. The tops and all that kind of stuff. It's ready to go right into your box for you in your media center, entertainment center, whatever you want to call it. And that's it. So obviously have all three of the pictures, the description, where you live, the price, pretty descriptive title. Make sure you're in the right category. Go ahead and hit next. You want to definitely put it on Marketplace. You can put it on your profile if you want. The next thing that I would tell you to do is always look for like a bunch of different, especially for if you're like a small town, a lot of Facebook groups pop up for like yard sales and buy, barter, sell, and all sorts of different other stuff like that. And so always have those little groups on hand so you can have as many possible people looking at your possible product as possible. Possible. That way you make as much money as possible. Flagstaff buy, barter, sell is really, really great because it allows people to just say, hey, I see you put it up for $100. If you included this accessory, or if you have this, I would love to have it for $120. And it's not just a place to like buy a product. This is the final deal kind of a thing. And it's always good to like negotiate with people in your community. And with that, we publish it and it should give us a preview of what it'll look like right there. And this is what people will see when they look at my console. And so that's essentially how I put together a Facebook Marketplace listing so that I can sell anything that I want to sell. If this was somewhat interesting to you and oh, but wait, there's more. Not even 20 minutes after I posted the listing, not even like 5 minutes after I finished starting to edit all that footage I just recorded, I sold the Xbox. And she even gave me $2 for being able to get it done within 20 minutes. So it's one of those things that like if you're efficient, if you're professional, it's like Facebook Marketplace is access to everybody. But to set yourself apart from creating any sort of content or just being able to sell anything online or selling anything in general, you have to be professional, you have to be efficient, and you have to be able to move at any point to get like a little tip, you know? So I got the full 100. She needed a media center essentially to do her Xbox. I showed her how to set it up and she's all set to go. I mean, it was that simple. Posted it 20 minutes later, no boosting whatsoever. It was all organic engagement. But yeah, it happened that quickly. Disclaimer, it doesn't ever happen that quickly. I've been trying to sell my microphone for like 2 weeks and that's going iffy. So careful about what you're trying to sell. Definitely be careful about who you're meeting and who you're texting on places like Facebook Marketplace or eBay. But it's quick cash. It's quick cash. So make it happen, guys, and you can sell any product that you want as long as you're efficient, professional, and quick. I know that's part of efficiency, but I'm $100 richer, so you have to listen to me, right? Helpful to you, leave a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, if you like content like this, we can definitely go hunting. I've got a bunch of other equipment to sell. So we'll do more stuff in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.